application of makeup. Most of this is new, and you may have seen it in my unboxing videos. However, some of these products I may have used already, and today I wanted to use them one more time because I have more thoughts on them. And maybe in my previous videos I might have used some products in the combination with other things. So today I want to use some of those products just separately on their own so you can see them in action. I already do have a complexion products on my face. I have a concealer and foundation, and it's a review for LANCOME foundation and concealer tint IDOLE. So we'll have that video linked for you. Let's get into applying fun new makeup. Start with this bronzer by GLOWISH. This is a soft radiant bronzing powder in the shade 01 Light. It has this beautiful plastic component, very unique packaging. I really like how the lid is clear. You can see this beautiful marble layout of the product. I've already used this product once in the video. However, I wanted to use this again today for you separately without anything underneath. So the statements for this product is a transfer proof non-drying powder bronzer with a velvety finish that gives you a natural looking tan with a subtle luminosity. All right, let's go ahead and start applying this product on my face. I've obviously have been using all these products in the past month because I pretty much purchased everything in December. I've been trying and tested them, so I do have a good roundup thoughts for you guys. So as always, I start with my cheek area and I am just tapping them into my skin. I really love that this powder is kind of like that medium consistency. It doesn't have fallout in general, but this adds a really nice light color to my complexion since I was so pale. Very nice natural finish from this product. It also builds up and blends easily. I really appreciate the bronzing products or any type of complexion products that add color, that it lets you to build up the intensity to whatever one that you need, because a lot of times when the product is too pigmented, it's not forgiving and it's not a very helpful thing when you are very pale like me. So I think this is looking really nice. What I'm seeing, you guys, I do not see a lot of glow, which this product say it's gonna give you some luminosity. I think it looks pretty natural finish on my skin. I do like the undertone, more like a neutral side, which I actually really like, especially for winter seasons when I'm like super pale right now. I'm at my palest, so I really think that this undertone is perfect for me at the moment. While I'm continue blending my bronzer, I just wanted to chat with you guys and hope you guys had a good holidays. Let me know what you guys did. Did you stay in? Did you do something fun with your families? We actually had an opportunity to go and travel and see my boyfriend's family in Europe. We traveled to Switzerland. We stayed there for 2 weeks for holidays, for Christmas and New Year's, and I also had a birthday on New Year's Eve. So I also lost my voice because it was really cold there. My voice is still a little bit raspy, but at least it's back, because for a good 4 days I did not have any voice, so I kind of feel like a person again that I can talk. Let's move on and add some blush. Let's get some color on my face, and I'm gonna continue with the GLOWISH blush in the shade 02 Caring Coral. The blush also has beautiful marble design, and we have a small mirror here. I'm gonna use my fluffiest brush. This is by Cosmetics, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a good amount, and I don't see any fallout on this product. Again, you guys know I love blush. I love flushed cheeks. It does have a slightly like mauve swirl, so I think the color just mixes really nicely together and gives you this beautiful rosy but slightly mauve undertone cheeks. I go ham on this because I like a flushed complexion. I have heard some people say that they felt like it was too dry or too like powdery on skin. I don't see any of this. I actually have been really loving this blush. First of all, the color is so pretty, and I don't feel like it's too dry. I don't think like it's too powder. There's no fallout. It's very nicely pressed into the pan, even though the size of this component is much smaller than the bronzer. This would last you for a long time because it is firmly pressed. However, you get a really nice payoff of color and it just blends so easily. Both of these products are not scented, which I also love. Since I'm also filming a foundation and concealer, I'm gonna go very lightly on this highlighter that I'm gonna be talking next. This is by Nabla. This is a skin glazing in the shade Ozone. As you guys can see that I've used it a good amount. I'm gonna go with my smaller fluffy brush, just pick up a little bit lightly on my cheekbone right here only, very strategically, so we do not look like a glazed donut. How are you guys feeling about the 2022? I feel like it's absolutely mind-blowing how fast 2021 passed. I can't believe that like the first shutdown of the pandemic was almost 2 years ago. It just like blows my mind. So today I'm going to be using a really exciting product for my eyebrows. I'm going to use this Mega Brow Shaping Wax by Lottie London in the shade Tinted. This came in a packaging like this, and it also had this little plastic brush. I'm gonna try to use it, and this is a really cute component. It has a mirror, which I think could be really helpful. This product comes in like two different shades. I think it comes in clear and in a tinted version like this. This is a very hard wax that needs to be sprayed before you apply it. So I'm gonna actually use this Physicians Formula spray. We have a little bit of moisture happening, and I'm going to use this little brush and just kind of twirl it like that so we can pick up a little color. This is a really waxy, you guys. You do not want to add too much liquid here. I kind of do few brushes in the same area so it actually deposits that tint, and I'm brushing them up, and as you guys can see, my brows stay up very nicely, and I kind of have been loving this feather effect. I hope this trend stays because for people with no eyebrows, I think it's really helpful, which I'm one of those people, you guys know. And I'm just brushing this up. This product feels really nice and waxy, and my hairs stay put where I brush them, and I love this. And it actually adds a really nice tint, as you guys can see. This eyebrow next to this eyebrow, you can definitely see the difference. However, it looks really natural, which I also appreciate. This brush also works really well. I almost wish that there was some sort of like a holder insert for this little brush to attach to the component itself, because it was just sitting inside of the box, so I feel like I may lose it. I have to kind of find a good spot for it or just use another brush, but I actually feel like this size of this brush is perfect. I'm gonna do one brow at a time, so I'm gonna do a full demo of all the products, and I'm gonna finish my other brow behind the camera. The next product that I would like to use is this new pencil by Huda Beauty that she recently launched. I'm using mine in the shade Neutral Blonde number 2. This is made in Japan. So basically it is a two-sided pencil. It is so tiny. It's literally like hair thin. It's almost like a diamond shape. To close it, you will really need to align it properly, otherwise it's not gonna close. And the other side has a spoolie, which I always appreciate. I'm actually gonna show it to you on my undone brows. Since this pencil is so thin, you only need to untwist a very small amount, otherwise it can break. It actually does look like very skinny hairs. This shade actually matches my complexion pretty well. It's a little trickier to use because you have to push up just a tiny bit of a pencil so you don't break it, but also control the pressure that you're applying it with. However, the pencil itself, it's pretty soft and it's pigmented, so technically you don't even need to put pressure in. Like today's for my eyes, I would really love to use my new eyeshadow palette by Huda Beauty. This is a Wild Jaguar palette with a beautiful packaging. The palette is absolutely stunning. This is definitely a very unique color story to my collection. I don't have anything like it. So there are different textures in this palette. 4 mattes here. There's a 3 full shimmers right here in this palette. This middle shade is a beautiful topper with that lilac or like purplish base. Another topper is this one, also a little bit more of like a gray base. However, it does have some like a burgundy purplish shimmer. Very interesting, unique shade. Again, Huda knows how to do complex shimmers. So you guys, so we're going to be creating this look. It is kind of like a halo eye smoky situation with some purple glitter. Let's go ahead and I'm going to show you exactly what I did. Matte a gray color. I'm blending it into my crease. I think it blends pretty easily. It builds up really nicely. And next I'm going to use this matte brown shade. There's a little powderiness going on when you pick it up, but it is not uncommon for Huda formula. Don't feel like they're any different from previous palettes that I have from Huda. I do appreciate when shadows actually have the ability to build up. It is a more beginner friendly. Since my eyes are a little bit more on like a hooded side, I always like to extend my halo eyes a little bit still on my brow bone. Don't worry guys, I know it looks a little bit messy, but we're gonna clean all that up in just a little bit. I'm gonna go with the gray color first. When you're working with the darker shades, definitely make sure you use smaller brushes versus the larger one, because the smoky eye can turn into a black eye like this in just a few seconds. Smaller, more precise brushes are definitely preferred. So I'm going to switch to a different brush, go into the brown matte shade and just intensify that outer lower lash line and connect it to my upper portion of the eyeshadow. To finish up our look, going with my finger into this topper shade, and I'm gonna start applying it in the middle, tapping. Since this is a topper, it might have a little fallout. I'm just gonna be a little bit more careful how I apply, just kind of press it into my lid like right in the middle. And this gives us a little bit more of a base of that purple burgundy. And then I'm going into this middle topper shade just to get a little bit more of that purple color, intensify it a little bit in the center, and again tapping it with my finger. To finish up the look, I'm going to use a little bit of my highlighter that I used earlier for the inner corner of the eye, because I still like a little bit more brightness just in the center. To finish up the look, I'm going to use the mascara by Sharon C. This is a Better Boom or Natural Volumizing Mascara. I have a video, a full review of the brand, a new launch. I really like this mascara because it is the drier volumizing formula that just gives you the volume right away. Also, it's not a lengthening mascara. It is a volumizing mascara that is perfect for every day, for my opinion. It doesn't crumble, it doesn't smudge throughout the day. This is one mascara that I can actually trust, and this is one of my favorites for the whole entire year. Let's go ahead and finish up our lips, and I'm going to be using the lip liner from Clinique in the shade 07 Intense Blush, and the plumping lip lacquer from Milani Cosmetics in the shade Little Secret 110. Okay guys, this is the final look. Now it's time for the final thoughts. I really like this bronzer tone. It goes with my winter paleness. I think it's a really good quality product. I do recommend it, as well as the blush. I really like it. I think it's a beautiful color. As you can see, it does blend in into skin really nicely. I do like generally flushed cheeks, so I do like how bright it is. You can build this even higher. The color of the lid actually is what you see on skin. However, when you look in the actual blush, it's a little bit more brighter, but when you mix up the swirl and the actual main base color, it actually comes out a little bit more muted, but there is no fallout and it will last you for a long time. This is a beautiful highlighter. You guys know that I like intense highlighter on my face, and I really just went a very light-handed today. However, I really like it. It blends into your skin. It's not glittery. You can definitely control that intensity of this highlighter, which is very helpful. The brow product was really fun to use. It actually has that correct waxiness. It's not too waxy, it's not clumpy. I think it's really easy to use. It doesn't clump up as you apply, and I think it just gives you that like medium nice hold that your brow hairs do not move all around the place. And this will last you for a lifetime because you just really need a teeny tiny bit for it to work. If you don't like the tinted version, you can also use the clear version, and the tint looks much darker and a little bit more intimidating here for my complexion. However, as you can see, it looks pretty natural on my eyebrows. As far as the eyeshadow palette, I've really enjoyed this, guys. This is definitely a very interesting, very specific color story. However, I have been playing with this eyeshadow, and I do have posts on my Instagram that I shared with you guys with the different looks that I created. I really love the variety of shimmers. I really love how Huda mixes different textures in one palette. I really love that she included this kind of like this neutral brown shade in here. It adds a little more warmth to the entire palette. If you're using a gray, for example, and you don't want it to be like too cool gray, you can mix it up with this brown, and it actually softens it up and warms it up a little bit. If you just, for example, wanted maybe to use something with like a green or a gold, which is technically tend to be a little bit warmer colors. So definitely a very interesting palette. It is definitely a little bit grungier and a very unique to my collection. I'm so happy I picked it up because the quality is really good. As far as the lip combo, this is not a very new product. I've already tested this on camera before. However, I've really been loving this because this specific shade has a muted mauve tone, and I think that it really goes well with the winter weather, even though I live in Florida and it's still like about 70 degrees outside. This is, however, very tingling, plumping gloss. If you're not about that life, you might want to skip it. However, the gloss has a full opacity. The shininess stay on a pretty long time. After maybe about an hour or so, the shininess goes a little bit away. However, the color stays, which is what I like about this. I think this formula is kind of like a hybrid between a lip gloss and a liquid lipstick. And I paired it with this beautiful pencil. I don't believe I've ever talked about this on camera here on my channel. This pencils from Clinique are so good. They're creamy, but they're not too creamy, and very nicely pigmented, really easy to apply. Something to look out for, this pencil only retracts up, it doesn't retract down. This is a perfect combo in color and quality. Okay guys, this sums up my video. Give it a thumb up if you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you consider subscribing before you go. And thanks so much for watching. I will see you in my next videos. Bye.